You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here.
Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Synergy, Monday to Friday. Remember that. So, we're going straight into our program tonight. Tea and tech rates under review still. Nearly 3 months after the Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, proposed new electricity rates, there is still no word on when the increase will take effect. Asked about the issue, Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez stated that the rate adjustment was still being analyzed by Cabinet Subcommittee. As a result, the increased electricity rates are not likely to take effect this month. Interesting. As TNT, Electricity Commission must inform customers about the rates change 21 days before they are implemented. In October, after months of public and private consultation, the RIC proposed residential rate increase ranging from 15 to 64% and between 37 and 51 for commercial customers. For industrial customers, the proposed increase are between 58 and 72%, while E-class industrial customers could see an increase of between 199 to 126%. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, the general manager of T&Tech, Curvis Franco, also added that there was no additional information about the rate increase. Imagine that. Imagine the Trinidad and Tobago, after months of having the public going through one set of torment about rate increase and this and that and the next. Up till now, it's nothing. Nothing. Public outcry. And I will tell you, God works in mysterious ways sometime, you know. God works in mysterious ways sometime. So viewers, as a continuation of our program from last night, I want to touch on some things that we showed last night, and I want you to understand this. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines has claimed that questionable practice took place during the COVID-19 pandemic while Gary Griffith was police commissioner. Questionable practice, he said. Hines stated that the government had implemented a state of emergency, the SOE, as a strategic or strategies to reduce the spread of COVID-19 by restricting the movements of people. As a government minister, Hines said he got a pass to allow him to move around in public while COVID-19 regulation and the SOE were in effect. He claimed that during the pandemic, some 22,000 COVID-19 pass or vehicle pass were issued while Griffith was Commissioner of Police, and that these passes were being sold in South Trinidad for $5,000 each. Listen to this.
So I hear he talking about state of emergency. I say, what? We declared a state of emergency on the 15th of May 2021 because of COVID. It lasted for 6 months. I was Minister of National Security at that time. I expected the police service and the law enforcement platform to carry out some serious targeted strikes during those, led by nothing. On the other hand, when I inquired for that 6 months, you know they issue state of emergency passes, right? To allow certain parliamentarians and people to go about their business, although it's because we finished in parliament late and so on. When I check for the 6 months, it's 22,000 the man issued, you know. That is 3,666 a month, you know. You hear the number? Beast, you know. A month, you know. And I understand what happened here because I was told at that time, I don't know, somebody told me that these passes were being sold in South for $5,000 each. You know, we just corrupt everything in Trinidad.
So tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, I want to ask Fitzgerald Hines, how many persons were working in Trinidad during the COVID-19? And I want to ask Hines if he was paying anybody grocery bill, light bill, telephone bill. I want to ask Hines that. WhatsApp people were out, TNTech people were out, police were out, government workers were out. Media crew were out. Hospital officials were out. Doctors were out. Nurses were out. Post office people were out. So I want to ask Hines, how was the country running? I want to ask Hines that. Hines, your big duncy head. I tell you that on national television. You have to be a big duncy head individuals not to allow passes to be given to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to be on these streets. I alone got about 10 passes. 10 to 15 passes. I alone. You know why? We're in the media. What about all those media personnels? What about them? Hey, by the way, how much postal workers are there in Trinidad? Hines, your big duncy head. How much? How much nurses do we have in Trinidad and Tobago? Your duncy head? And passes must issue in a large amount? Come now, man, Hines, don't make yourself a big clown on national television or on a press briefing. Don't do that. You're embarrassing yourself more and more. That is what you're doing. That is what you're doing, Hines. Hundreds of media personnel in Trinidad and Tobago, and everybody need a part. So there's a couple hundred right there. Hines, you had to be one big clown boy to come up on a press briefing and say this. Director, I run that again. I want Trinidad and Tobago to see how this man is making a clown of himself. How many postal workers are there delivering mails? Huh? Heinz, come now, man, don't embarrass yourself. How many doctors have to be on calls and they need a pass to come out of the house, Heinz? How much? Listen to this one more time.
So I hear he talking about state of emergency. I say, what? We declared a state of emergency on the 15th of May 2021 because of COVID. It lasted for 6 months. I was Minister of National Security at that time. I expected the police service and the law enforcement platform to carry out some serious targeted strikes during those, led by nothing. On the other hand, when I inquired for that 6 months, you know they issue state of emergency passes, right? To allow certain parliamentarians and people to go about their business, although it's because we finished in parliament late and so on. When I check for the 6 months, it's 22,000 demand issued, you know. That is 3,666 a month, you know. You hear the number? Beast, you know. A month, you know. And I understand what happened here because I was told at that time.
Heinz, you will understand nothing. Parliamentarian and other people. From the time you say other people, you're supposed to understand that, but you will understand nothing. How much WASA officials had to go to work? And they require a pass to be on the streets? You clown. And media personnel, doctor, nurses, postal worker, and these people require a pass to be on the streets? You big clown. I tell you that on national television. I, Saieed Ali, telling you that on national television. You're dunce head for bringing up a statement like that. You're a dunce. To want to come and use passes now to throw something at Griffith. Why you don't find something else to throw at Griffith? Something that have substance. And I will say it again. You had to be a big clown or a big dunce-head individual to use statement like that. I alone had about 10 or 15. I alone. What about other TV stations? What about journalists? Huh? Come now, man. Heinz talk to man. Talk something with sense now. Because you have out, you go yap it and you go make you embarrass yourself all the time, so? Don't be a clown. Find something else. Now on top of that now, you're claiming that passes were sold for $5,000. Somebody tell you that. Okay, good. You as a minister of national security, you didn't decide to pick up that matter on your own because there's bribery taking place? How much years after you now come to talk about that? What did you do as the Minister of National Security finding out this type of information? What did you do? Was anybody charged? You was informed. Was anybody charged? No. Then don't waste time. Don't blame a man for holding the same position you holding now. While he was active, crime was down. Right now you are active and crime rate is up. Stop embarrassing yourself. I keep telling you that. I keep telling you that. Stop embarrassing yourself. If you're educated, talk with sense. So here is viewers. He also reiterated about close to 8,000 firearm users license FUL being approved during Griffith's tenure as commissioner, meaning that more guns and licenses were approved by Griffith than by all other commissioners. Listen to this.
You see the fellow who I just talked, the noisy little half-educated, egotistic, narcissistic little noise maker? While he was commissioner, and the Prime Minister has already told us that was the biggest mistake that he has ever made. But one man's trouble is another man's thing, because I can tell you, one of my biggest achievements as far as I'm concerned was to see the back of Gary Griffith as Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago. They could say what they want. Because while he was commissioner for 3 short, dirty years, he granted close to 8,000 firearm licenses. And that meant plenty guns of all descriptions. That meant more guns and more licenses than all the other police commissioners add up together since independence.
So I want to ask you one question. How much you granted to the business community in Trinidad and Tobago? How much? 33 of them took the Commissioner of Police to court for failing to make a decision. Now, Heinz, what do you have to say for yourself now? What do you have to say on behalf of the police commissioner? You're talking about Gary? Gary, 8,000 that were granted, I am definitely sure, to businessmen and individuals of Trinidad and Tobago who passed every single thing on the list. How much you give out? How much did you give out? I ain't hearing you. You can't say nothing, your tail between your legs. How much you give out? They had to take the commissioner to court for failing to make a decision. But Shmurla, well done. That is an embarrassment to Trinidad and Tobago Police Service right there. And that is your colleague. Your colleague is facing a magistrate in the courts in Trinidad and Tobago. I hope you're proud of yourself. And next Duncy head statement you're making again. You're embarrassing yourself. You are properly embarrassing yourself in the media briefing and then showing it on TV. Well, you're embarrassing yourself worldwide now. You can't do better. You cannot do better. All you saw now, Heinz, you saw have the business community in Trinidad and Tobago now under the hands of the bandits. You know why? Because the bandits going to purchase an illegal firearm while the businessmen and upright citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to go down the illegal way. But I will tell you something. There may be businessmen in Trinidad or normal individuals. They may be purchasing illegal firearm to safeguard their family. I don't know, I just saying something, you know. I just saying something. And if they purchase an illegal firearm to safeguard their family, I, Saieed, will not blame them. You know why? Because the Minister of National Security is refusing to help the business community. Christopher Erler is before the court. Why is she before the court? Failure to make a decision on granting firearm. Imagine that. That's 33 of them. There's about 50,000 people. And if these 50,000 people decide to take Erler to court, you know what happened? That is 50,000 guns, legal firearm, that Erler have no other choice but to grant in Trinidad and Tobago. And to be honest with you, you see that 50,000 applicants? They should take lawyers and carry their tail to court. Carry them to court. Heinz, let me tell you something. You just want to talk, but you just talk out of timing. You just embarrass yourself. That is what you just do. But nevertheless, you embarrassing yourself, not me. So viewers, We're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, 3,000 FUL to law enforcement officials. We're going to talk about this after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, remember, I'm a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. You can have money in your hand as long as you meet my requirements. You could have house, land, gold, vehicle. We could use that as collateral. Once you have these things and you're not owing to anybody, it's not a problem. We can do business. Also, those of you who want to make quick cash, not a problem. Not a problem. Remember, we offer 4%. I'm a licensed money lender, you know. So those of you investing with me, you're getting the largest return on an investment right here in Trinidad because no other financial institution is giving you 4%. And I will tell you something. When you invest in Realtalk, you're planting a seed, eh? I just want to let you understand that. I want to let you understand that. So viewers, remember, I am purchasing US from members of the public, whether you have it in the bank, whether you have it in cash, it's not a problem. We pay in the highest interest rate. National Transformation Alliance is echoing the call for opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar for personal firearm to be made available to law enforcement officials. In a media release, NTA political leader Gary Griffith stated that almost half of the FULs issued during his tenure were for past and present members of the Protective Service. Continuing, just 3,000 of the 15,000 personnel in the Protective Service. He said his first year alone, almost 1,000 FULs were issued to law enforcement officials. Ask Erla how much she issue. Ask Erla how much she issue for TTPS officers, but she want to bump your 60-year-old mouth? You want to bump your 60-year-old mouth? And you want to bump your gum? How much police officers all you give firearm? Personal firearm under all your tenure? Let's talk now. Gary was looking after his officers. Who are they looking after? Who are they looking after? I'm going to tell you something. If all are vexed, you know. If all are vexed, But somebody in Trinidad and Tobago have to stand up. And we're standing up in the media. Griffith added that after his departure, a virtual stop occurred, possibly influenced by political move, as both Rowley and Hines seem to have an agenda against the issuance of legal firearm. Hines are going to unleash the issue no firearm for nobody. And I could tell you that. He said the public should question why the Rowley-led government opposed laws and forced officials having firearm, especially since none were lost, stolen, or involved in any criminal activity during his tenure. Let's say something now, man. Hines, say something now. Say something. I want you to say something. How much firearm did Erla sign off on in Trinidad and Tobago in her present office? How much? Instead of she signing off, she going to court. Instead, hey, all you feel embarrassment is an easy thing. They say when you're in public office, you just get the biggest embarrassment when you don't know what to do and you don't know how to carry about yourself. Earlier, the Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago supposed to be signing off on FULs for individuals or citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Instead of signing off now, these applicants now carrying her to court. They carry, let me tell you something, the 50,000 applicants, everybody should carry her to court. Everybody. Look at the crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago. More illegal firearm on the streets than we have legal firearm in possession of individuals who have business. So that is why I just made a statement on TV. Jump my fence? Boy, I want to let good mother and father come and claim all your body. Me asking you, not telling you. All your good mother and all your good father, or even the grandmother, come and claim all your body inside property. As I always say, police have license to kill you now. If Trinidad and Tobago police officers decide to forget the fryhead who they have running TTPS, forget them all 60-year-old people. If TTPS decides to put a grip on crime, let me tell you something, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to do. I am not asking you, I am telling you. Moving along. National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines is being sued by former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith for defamation. You see, I'm telling the man ain't know how to conduct himself. The claim was filed on January 18th and served on Minister on January 19th. It complains about a statement made by Minister in an interview on a state-run television. In this interview, Hines made several defamatory statements of a concern and claimed Mr. Gary Griffith and the performance of his function as Commissioner of Police of Trinidad and Tobago. The minister statement surrounded the police or the policy of issuing firearm users license, FULs, and the practice of past commissioners while singling out someone he Hines considered to be an outrider commission. Griffith is seeking compensation because the word complaint of constitutional, a very serious libel, and cause his personal reputation to suffer. Griffith also wants an injunction preventing Hines or any associate of him from speaking further, publishing, or making any similar defamatory comments about him. Let me tell you something. I tell you, they're in office and they know how to control themselves. Me, in the media, on television, let me tell you something. There's a code we live by. You're telling them the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. And that is why I am like this on my program. You got to tell me a 60-year-old commissioner of police is being before a magistrate, is going before a magistrate, 60-year-old, just for taking too long to make a decision on if to release a firearm to individuals or not. That's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. And on top of that now, $100 million is being granted. You want to bring back retirees from the defense force. To do what? They couldn't fix problem when they were working. They're retired now, and you want to bring them back now to fix what problem? What problem will I want them fix? All the same drug lords that were running block, them still there. The gun still trafficking, prostitution still trafficking, marijuana still trafficking when they were in position. Now they are out of position. It's still going on. You want to bring back these old heads now to do what exactly? To do what exactly? Can the ministers answer that? No, they cannot answer that. Now you understand why I call them fry egg brains? You could only eat the egg. You could only eat the egg. Now, I'm going to show you a school fight. Take a look at this. We had our next one also, and good. This took place in Malik. Now, Gasby Dolly said, as long as you're in school fight, you will be suspended. Not only suspended, but you will be expelled. So I definitely hope that all these school children in this school fights from Malik, the principal expel all you with immediate effect. Immediate effect. We have another one? Juval supposed to have a next one. It didn't blow. So Gasby Dolly, you have some work to do now. That is Malik. If you don't know the school, it's Malik Secondary School. So I want to hear how many students from Malik Secondary School now will be expelled from school. I tell you, I keep another posted. I am keeping you all posted. I want to see Gasby Dolly and I want to see the principals in schools in Trinidad and Tobago moving forward now to better schooling in our country. Although I don't want to talk about it, I will talk about it. I will highlight it. If I have to be the only person to do it, believe me, I will do it. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear San Fernando vendors protest against the mayor after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and Licensed Moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, viewers, we are giving you 4% on a fixed investment when you save with us. Remember, my licensed money lender. Let me tell you something. If you have money put down and you want to invest, it's not a problem. Remember, we lend in loans. We lend in loans. So if you have your money put down and it's going in another financial institution, bring it over to Real Talk. I'm a licensed money lender. They can't charge me for lending money and I have license. I have license in Trinidad and I have license in Guyana also. We're growing. Real Talk growing. So contact our office, viewers. You want cash borrow, it's not a problem. Not a problem. Contact our office. Come in, we are located at 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas and 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. Come into our office, set up an appointment, and we're good to go. You could get cash in hand, you could get cash in the bank. We just make sure that you have collateral to use. And if you want to invest in the business too, it's not a problem, you know. I'm making money, you making money, you know. That's how the thing this go. According to the slang on the street, that's how the thing this go. Everybody need money. I do it the legal way. Just remember that. So, those of you having spiritual problems also, you can contact me 3391670. Set up an appointment and we can meet. You have US to sell, US currency, not a problem. We purchasing that too. Crash vehicles, we purchasing that too. Moving along. Opposed to being moved from High Street San Fernando, vendors protested in front of the city corporation as they called on the mayor to reconsider. Armed with placard, the vendors eventually moved to the opposite side of the road on instruction from the police. So the police, yes, the police understand that they're protesting, but they move them from the right side and put them on the left side, which means the police officers allow them. And that is very good, eh? I want to commend the officers and them for doing this. I really, really want to commend the officers and them for doing this. Because the officers and them would have understand this is the livelihood of these individuals and their voices have a right to be heard. So I want to commend the San Fernando police station. Now, they describe the stalls that have been constructed for them at Mokarapa Street was horse stable and complained that they would not get sales at that location. They further complained that the area was unsanitized and unsafe. However, the mayor stated that the vendors could no longer vend on High Street as the corporation had been receiving several legal letters by business owners. Instead of banning vendors, which is illegal, he decided to incorporate designs, vending zones as part of his plan to revitalize and uplift the southern city. He said vending zones would be set up along Mokarapa Street, Harris Promenade, near the old band stand, and will be part of the scheduled shopping area for tourists. While vending stalls are being constructed, the vendors were given permission to vend along the side street off High Street. However, they insisted they will not move to Mokarapo Street vending zone. I mean, the mayor have say he want to clean up south, not a problem, but have things in place for vendors. Now, how the vendors know that they would not make money? Give it a try. Don't just come out and say you're not going to make money. You took a chance by taking your savings, purchasing goods to sell. You didn't know if you would make or not. The mayor said there are things in place. He's putting things in place. Try it for a week or two. At least 2 weeks. And after, from there, you would know what step to take next. Don't just say it's not going to work. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the mayor could just as well tell you, here what? No vending on the streets. And it will be hard on you. So what you can do to the vendors of High Street, try it. Go to the location, try it for about a week or two and see how it is going, and then you could get feedback from the mayor. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try. It wouldn't hurt to try. Changing to some other news. More than 25 houses along Papuri Road, Upper Barapo, are in danger of collapsing as landslides continue to develop at an alarming rate. The situation is so severe that the Penal Debe Regional Corporation have started planting grass to assist the soil stability, while the Works Ministry embarked on several restoration projects. Among those worst affected is retired school principal Finola Bechan, a 70-year-old who lives in fear that soon her entire house will collapse. But despite the danger, she chooses to stay in the house. She probably had nowhere to go. That's the only thing. She probably had nowhere to go. Bechan said in 2022, the minister began restoration work, but it was halted 6 months ago. She also spoke to an attorney who advised her to take legal action. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Penal Debe Regional Corporation, Mr. Marad, stated that a landslip started a few years ago. He questioned whether good engineering practice were used. Marad said, proper analysis should be done to determine why the soil was so prone to slippage. Contacted for comment, Minister Rohan Sinanan said, after emergency repairs began, a ruptured water line occurred, and added that the works will recommence by mid-February with an expected completion in 2 months. Wow. This side, you know, after building your house, I mean, a landslide is decide, you know what? I'm going with that. It really, really hard, you know. It really, really hard. But nevertheless, viewers, let's hope that some sort of compensation or some help or some way be given to her. We're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to go down Pepper Village, protest over poor roads. After this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, those of you who are looking for a record to buy or you want to go into the transporting business, I have a personal record for sale. I mean, it's beautiful. Look how beautiful this record is now. If you see this record in real, trust me, you're buying it one time. Now, viewers, this is a personal record. This record do not wreck vehicles on the road. This is my personal record that I built to transport my Benz. Avocado Benz, for those of you who know it. PCS 1900, yes, it's mine. It's a hit on Facebook. I built this record just to transport that car. So if you're looking for a record to buy, viewers, this is the perfect record just for you. Nobody can say they see this record transporting cars or a wreck on the road, you know. They could never say that. They could never say that. Come back to me. So viewers, remember that. Remember that. Pepper Village, Tabakit, MP Anita Haynes, threw her support behind President of Pepper Village, Grand Couva, who protested about deplorable road condition. Haynes identified Grand Couva as an area in her constituency where there have been several major landslides. She stated that a review of all these landslips was first done in 2020, shortly after she was elected MP. The minister said her constituency office was told a geotechnical survey has been done to inform the required repair. Now, to date, there have been no updates, and a multiple area along the Grand Couva main road remain extremely dangerous for vehicular traffic, with portions entirely closed. In 2021, 10% of all landslip repair projects identified by Works and Transport Ministry in Tabakit. Now, Haynes also added that she highlighted the issue many times in and outside Parliament. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan was not available for comment. So Rohan, I mean, listen to this, your job is to see about the Ministry of Works and Transport. And I believe, Rohan, that your job is also to visit every constituency in Trinidad and Tobago to find out what they need. Because of the fact that you are the Works and Transport Minister, road, bridges, box train, that will fall under your portfolio. And you being the minister, supposed to visit UNC constituency and PNM constituency. Not because there's a PNM, you only go PNM every year. To me, like, you are going to none. But if that is your portfolio, forget your colleagues and them. At the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago, when an MP is not doing their job, you think the colleagues getting the blame? No, the colleagues not getting the blame. If the health ministry is not intact, you think Fitzgerald Hines carrying blame? No, the Alsing will carry the blame for it. If the Ministry of National Security is not doing a good job. You think Rohan Sinanan go carry blame for it? No, Rohan would not carry the blame. Rohan have his own portion of blame to carry. A simple thing as visiting Vancouver. Since 2021, Anita Haynes highlighted it. We in 2024 and Rohan Sinanan choose not to go in Vancouver. Why? You're too big? You're too big? When you get voted, you come like a sponge. Nobody want to hear about you again. But a little fail to realize that power just get to all your head. I wonder if God had really give all you a gift to do spiritual work. How all would that be? All of that walk over people? All of that spit on people? Just imagine God give me a gift to do spiritual work. And I on TV bumping my gun for the whole of Trinidad and Tobago to be better. But when I light my light, tell yourself, take change in there. Tell yourself. As I say, so Rohan Sinanan, you and I wearing glasses together. So you can pick up your damn self from the parliament and you could go down in Vancouver and see what's going on there. And don't be embarrassed like Fitzgerald Hines. Roadworks is your department. Get your tail down in Vancouver and see about the roads. Don't be biased. Don't be like the rest of ministers and them afraid to come out. Don't be like that. Go and check the damn road. Go and check it. I know all you like my mouth, you know. But all you had to deal with it until I dead. Your opposition and all you want to do works. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. I will stink up all your national television for the world to see. Oh, fight ready? Trying to make all. I want to see our next fight. Look at this one. I want to keep your eyes on the girl in the gray. You see that girl there? Keep all your eyes on that girl there. What's something, eh? All what's something, eh? You see that girl? The girl in the dress? Keep all your eyes on her. You see what took place there? All you see what took place? You see how thin and maga she is? She instigated a schoolgirl to fight and pushed the schoolgirl on somebody else and then she jumped in. Let me tell you something. That video has been circulating on social media. So I want now TTPS now. I want TTPS to find where this girl living. Find out where the girl living. And what kind of charges we're going to put on she now? What kind of charges she going to get Trinidad and Tobago? Did they say when you have a gun, shooting with intent, correct? Shooting with intent to do grievous body harm. What will she be charged for? I want to hear conspiracy to start a fight. That good enough? Conspiracy to start a fight to do grievous body harm. That good enough? Instigating a fight. That good enough? Bullying a student to start a fight. That good enough? That's about 3 or 4 I call right there. It's about 3 or 4 I call right there. Run back that video. I want Trinidad and Tobago station. Run back that video again. We had time. Look at this girl. Look at her. Hey, watch me now. If I could show her face on national television, so help my God, how would I do it? But it is circulating on social media. I want the TTPS of Trinidad and Tobago to get a hold of that young lady here. Get a hold of that young lady. If he's a school student, well, you just get expelled right there. You just got expelled together with the rest of the students. I tell you, I'm doing it different, you know. Me asking you, I'm demanding now. Find her and charge her. You're going to instigate a fight? You could bully someone. You want to be a conspire? Not a problem. Take charges in your waist now. Take it. And I'm sure somebody know that woman. That young girl there. I'm sure somebody know her. So TTPS of Trinidad and Tobago? I helping all you. I helping all you. Giving officers looking at case. They all go and get them. Who want to be charged, be charged. Who want to be expelled, get expelled. Me asking all you, not telling all you, know. I'm telling all you, know. And if somebody could call in, maybe on tomorrow night show, tell us where she live in. Tell us where she live in, because that could have been your daughter, you know. That could have been your daughter, she bullying the fight, you know. We helping Trinidad and Tobago police. All you're not aware of it, we helping all you. I had the video. Hey, if we could only show it on national television without blurring the face, you'd have catch you. But say what? Say what? It's on social media. And there is a department in the police service that tracks social media. So in the coming days, I hope TTPS will locate her and charge her. Conspiracy to fight. Conspiracy to start a fight. Bullying. Bullying with hey, the amount of charges that little girl going to get, eh? Wounding with intent. Conspiracy to start a fight. About 4 different charges right there, you know. Right there, 4 different charges. So hear this now. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and government officials visited 2 state-owned road building entities as the administration gets ready to accelerate its national infrastructure work during the current dry season. Discussions are being focused on increasing output at the facility as the government accelerates its infrastructure development plan. The PM also visited the Ministry of Works and Transport at the Aga Santa Asphalt Plan, where he witnessed the ministry recycling initiatives. According to MP Post, the planned production is bitumen stabilized material using reclaimed asphalt, paved sources from the ministry stockpile. Rowley then journeyed to Mazalina, where he saw the work on the road to Mayaro. The road stretched approximately 26 kilometers long and connected the community of Sandy Grande and Manzalina to Otwa Mayaro and Guayari. On December 22nd, 2023, Works Minister Rohan Sinanan stated that the Ministry of Works and Transport had completed almost 600 road infrastructure projects last year. He said he expected more repair projects in the new year in a bid to improve the quality of its road in Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, we have about a minute left, 2 minutes left. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of promises and promises and promises that have not been fulfilled by government ministries. And in 2024, we are hearing more promises. More promises. More promises. How many promises is each ministry holding on to make it materialize? Works and Transport always promising. Ministry of National Security always promising. WASA always promising. Utility Ministry always promising. Everybody promising and promising and promising. And nobody could not keep up to their promise. Why? Why? Why is this? Everybody wants power, but nobody knows how to control power. Nobody. But nevertheless, So viewers, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am Saieed, the host of Real Talk for the last 6 years on Synergy Television. We have gained the spot of the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Now very soon Real Talk is going to be opening Real Talk Finance and Investment in Guyana. Hopefully, I believe in the first week in February month. First week in February, Real Talk Finance and Investment will be in Guyana. I also have moneylenders license in Guyana as I do in Trinidad. So we're going to be going in competition with the banks across here too. Just like we do it here, we're doing it there. Remember, I'm a licensed moneylender. I'm a spiritual consultant. I'm a real estate businessman. We buy and sell vehicle. We into real estate. This is our business. Real Talk Group of Company. So viewers, I am glad to be a businessman in Trinidad and Tobago. My finance company is expanding to Guyana. We'll be in Barbados, Grenada, and in Dubai. This is the 4 countries that Real Talk Finance and Investment will be going to in 2024. And I am going to make it happen. So viewers, until we meet again, I am Saieed telling you, Il grahaba tunuru oba ila inte zir ila anta. Always move with faith and never fear. Good night.